It would be nice to be able to get the value we enter into the input component, so this new message, into the array of messages we already got. For this, we will use services and dependency injection, and before showing this in action, let me explain what this actually is. Let's consider our application where we have a couple of components, component 1, 2, and 3. And each of these components will have, let's say, a method and a property or a variable here. Now, as you can see, for all three components, this is the same. We use the same method with the same variable. So we do have exactly the same code. Now, that is of course duplicate code, which is hard to keep in sync if this depends on each other. It's also hard to maintain because if we change it in one place, we need to change it in 3 places. For such a case, we have this concept called services in Angular 2, which allows us to outsource certain tasks, data, whatever, into a single class, which we then can use in multiple places of our application, in multiple components, let's say. So in such a service, we store this method A with its variable, and then we are able to inject this service into the components where we need it. All these components do have access to the service then, and we can also choose if we want to provide it on a per component level, which would give us 3 instances of the service class, so 3 different instances with 3 different variables, or the data will be different, or if we want to provide it on the application level with only 1 instance, which means every component has access to it, but the data is shared. We're going to use such a service to get our new content or new message from one component to the other and to store all our content, all our messages in such a central service which holds it as our data repository. Well, let's see this in action in the next videos.